about all the layers of the body, that's what we're going to talk about it, because most of the pictures that you see, it shows like you have the physical body and all the other spiritual bodies that you have, it's on the outside of you. And that's a mistake. Think about acupuncture. Okay? So the way that this works is exactly like this. You have the physical body here, and then all the other bodies that we're gonna see tonight is within the body, not outside of the body. And that's why you see acupuncture going to the energetic body. What do? They put a needle on you. Are they trying to treat this body? No. They're trying to teach the other body. But in order to reach the energetic body, they put it deeper. So it's within you, not outside of you. Why we need to know this? Because we need to be able to connect consciously with this body. And when we look to connections with anything else, we are always looking outward instead of inward. And that even if you were a medium, people said, okay, now it's time for you to silence your mind, and then let's go to try to connect with something. And then what do? They, without thinking about it, they go and they're searching for something outside. And why is that? Because every single picture that we see that tries to demonstrate, okay, our own inner system and layers of the body, it describes to you like it's outside of you. So we have the physical body here, and then all the other bodies on the outside. That's why this picture is so important, because it will show you that this here is your physical body, and every other body is within your physical body. Okay? Is that okay? Are we clear on that? All right. So let's talk about the physical body, right? What is this body that we carry? The body that we carry is from the earth. That's all it is. And the body that you carry, it's an accumulation of food. It is. It's nothing more than that. I'm telling you. You were born this big, and you ate. And now, look at us. And if we continue to eat, we start to grow sideways, right? Because the body, it's an accumulation of things from the earth. That's why it doesn't matter what I eat. Of course it matters what you eat, because your body works on the food that you provide your body to work. And then what do? We think that every diet that it works from one type of person, it will work for everybody else, right? And that's why we keep failing, because you don't know what your body likes. And I invited you to pay attention, not to what you like as the taste, but what your body likes it. Because when you eat something that your body likes, your body demonstrates that. Pay attention, because the body becomes happy, lighter, works better. And sometimes when you eat something that you enjoy, but your body doesn't like it, right after you feel tired, you feel heavy, you feel sad. And that changes because we don't pay too much attention to this wonderful gadget that we have that is the physical body. And what we learn to do is like, okay, the science. That's okay. Okay, still not on. You have it here. Your body. He make me lose my. I don't know why.
What we eat makes us happy, makes our body happy.
Yes. And the way that we do this is we follow what other people is telling us, okay? And what the people is telling us is no coffee. And everybody go, okay, no coffee. And then years later, say, no, coffee is good for you. So we're supposed to drink coffee. Eggs, same thing with eggs, right? I remember a couple of years ago, don't eat eggs. It will kill you, right? Now they say eat eggs, eat eggs, eat eggs. Because this physical body, it's an accumulation, but it's also, you have a DNA that you got it from your mom and from your dad and from your past life experience. So it's very complex how this physical body works. And no one here has the same mom or the same dad. And even if you do have the same mom or dad, you usually get different types of DNA from your mom and from your dad, even if you have a brother or a sister. So every system is different. It works, looks like it works the same, but the complexity, it's different. So you have to learn how to tell what is that your physical body likes. So the other day I made a comment and I say, do you like pasta? I said to me, I answer like this, I love pasta, but my body hates it. And that's true. I love the taste of pasta, but my body hates pasta. Like it doesn't work well. It doesn't work well with pasta at all. With that, you identify, you create a certain distance because you must understand that you have a physical body, but you are not you're not the body, but the body works with you, okay? So certain types of food, depends on what kind of day you, what is the hour that you should eat, you need to be able to tell this. No doctors should be able, or at least need to tell you what to do. Because when you learn to pay attention to your physical body, you will discover and you will eat what is best for you. The problem is this. Sometimes we eat something, we got a headache, we take a Tylenol, we take an Advil, we don't question ourselves. Why is that? Same thing with back pain or neck pain or any type of pain that you might have it. You usually go in and want the doctor to solve your problem, but you don't know your own body. So I usually tell people, pay attention what you eat. Do you have a back pain problem? Pay attention in what you eat and when it starts to hurt. Because a lot of the food can cause you an inflammation. And then when you eat that type of food, your body is trying to defend itself. And it creates an inflammation because the food that you are eating, it's something that it feels to the body that it's a threat. To the body, not to you. Do you see the difference? You don't see anything. But the body can tell you. Another thing that I would tell people, your body can change your emotions. We are going to a very deep depression cause in the world. And believe it or not, it has a lot to do with cell phone. Why? Because every time we're carrying a cell phone, our heads are down like this. And if your heads are down for more than 3 minutes, your body will interpret this and you're going to feel the sensation that you're sad. There's lots of research with this related to the Wonder Woman position. If you're not feeling yourself, you just put your hands over here, over there. Stay for 3 moments. It changes your emotional state. So we have to be able to use this physical body in our favor. Because it works. You have to know what you're dealing with. And then every time you take good care of it, you pay attention to this, you will say, oh, it's not that I'm sad because something happens to me. I'm sad because of the position that I put my body in. I usually tell in my magnetism course, you know, take a deep breath with your hands like this. Go ahead and do it, people. Put your palms of your hand and take a deep breath. See how your body works. Now flip your hands and do it again. Flip your hands, put up palms up and do it again. See, if you do it, palms down, your body responds in one way. If you do palms up, it responds in a different way. You see, usually if you have your palm down and you take a deep breath, it's short. You cannot do it. You go. But if you do this, if you put your palms up, you go. Look how longer that deep breath is. And this, right? So I'm not, everybody, did you feel it, right? So what is this? It's your wonderful gadget. It's your wonderful physical body that works in certain ways. Okay? That you need to be. Most people wants to do it this. No, put your palm up. That's different. I'll tell you, do a prayer. Most people said, I used to belong to when I was very, very young, like I was 15 years, 60, I used to belong to this Catholic Church youth program. And every time we get to pray together, everybody was always looking down to pray. And then the guy that was, the adult that was actually with us, would say, why do you pray looking to hell? Because that's what they would think. No. When you pray, you look up. And it has nothing to do with hell or heaven. But I invited you because most people, every time you say, let's do a prayer, everybody does that. Why?
concentration.
Easy concentration.
It's not. That's what you think. Every meditation that you go, they always say to you, try to keep your heart a little bit up because it's easier to concentrate that way. So you have to be able to try, right? You have to be able to discover your body, play with the position of your body, and find out why do you think people in some church, when they sing, they put their hands up. That causes a different type of sensation on your body. And that's why people like it. So there is a lot of positions that you can do. Why do you have that? You think that yoga has so many positions? They are trying to align your body with the cosmos. And it can be done. Every time you do a meditation, the people that really are into meditation, what do they say? Keep your spine right there, straight. Right? Because that has a consequence. It has an impact. And everything that you do with your body causes an impact. So if you're going to be in your phone, try to remember to at least put your phone up so you don't keep your looking down all the time. Look it up. And when you are walking, don't walk like this. Don't always look into, sometimes we don't even see people, right? Because we're looking down. All these things causes different emotions in your body. And you need to be able to heads up, chin up, try to walk differently because that makes a huge difference on your own health. Okay? So the next body that we're going to see is this orange here, is the energy body. Okay? And remember, I want you to talk to you about body because I want you to be aware that those are bodies. Bodies. Okay? It's not something that you think of that you only have this body. Those are bodies. Bodies. Okay? And so you have this other body that is the energy body. And everything, the health, the energy, the fluid, some people call chi, some people call prana, some people call energy, fluid, whatever you want to call. This runs in your energy body. So you actually have an energy body. Let's go back to acupuncture. Why does acupuncture come here and put a needle here? It's trying to unblock the channels that the energy goes through. That's why acupuncture may work, and actually works in a lot of cases. Why? Because the energy body, I want you to think about your nerve system for a while. So you have those little veins that it's going all over your body, right? Your nerve system, you have blood that runs in your blood system. So you also have a fluid, a prana, a chi, everything that you want to call, giving life to your body, running in your body. And when you have a blockage in certain place, you come in and your job, the job of the healer, the job of the acupuncture, the job of whoever wants to be healed is to unblock those channels. Okay? So you can use magnetism with this. You can use many other science that it's out there today that knows of the existence of this body here. Okay? Now, is it possible for me, and this is what we call the auto-healing, is it possible for me to unblock my own energy body? Of course it is. Of course it is. And how do I do this? You will do this by, first of all, connect to that body first and observe that body, okay? Because when you put your attention in something, is that where you put your energy to it. Remember that. So, but the problem is that we are most of the time unable to heal ourselves because we are unable to connect to that body consciously. Okay? Now, when you wanted to do something, you have to do this consciousness, and sometimes we're not even aware of this. Okay? So, this is anything that it happens in here, anything that it happens here, those bodies here first, those that are actually physical bodies, they are connected, and when something happens here or happen here, affect your whole body. Not only one body system, affects the whole, every single body that you have, okay? So please, 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 I'm gonna leave this image here, the whole 40 minutes that we talk, because I want you to understand that everybody is within you, not outside. Nothing is outside your physical body. Everything is within the physical body. Over here on this energy body, you will also have your chakras, okay? Every single chakra, it's in your energy body. And the energy body, the chakra, it's an accumulation of all the nadis, all these little veins that you see when they're very connected, and a bunch of them together, bringing all the connection to the body. There it's form a chakra, the major ones, okay? And then the next one that we have is the mind body. That is a problem.
You say there's a problem?
Yeah.
Because we do it.
Yes, because think about when I say the physical body, it's an accumulation of food, right? Imagine how your mind body, when it comes to accumulation, what's in there? Is something that for us here in the Western world is so difficult to make sense to it. We think that everything that happens to us happens on the outside, but the whole life happens within. All the thoughts that we think comes from within, comes from this body here. And this body is the one that has all the thoughts running into that body. And over here, we are very identified with this type of body, to the point that sometimes we are living almost, I'm going to be generous, 80% of our lives we live in a mind body. That's where all the thoughts are.
and all the emotions. Because thoughts, chaos, yeah. Because thoughts generate emotions and feelings. Right? It's your thought who generates that. So we're here, and in this type of a body, it's running on his own, like
Out of control.
out of control. Okay? Same way, sometimes we live, our physical body lives on his own without paying attention to it, without taking good care of it. Okay? It's the same attitude. Okay? And we are very, very identified to this body. And there's a little bit of a problem with this. Because remember, those are bodies. It's not you. The spirit should be running all this. Okay? And but it's not. It's running on his own. And the problem with the mind, body out of control is that this body can make everything from here to there such a mess. And here it runs your belief system. What is that you can do? What is that you cannot do? Right? Sometimes we have people, the science today say that 80,000 or 80 million, whatever the number is, that thoughts that we had today, we had yesterday. Why? Because it's storage. It's got to be somewhere. And it's literally storage on your mind body. It's there. That's why it comes up all the time. It's there. And it's actually a body, people. Okay? Don't forget that. It's a body. So, simple, right? We need to be able to feel this body consciously. And when you do this, you're going to realize, oh, thoughts doesn't come from outside. Thoughts comes from within. It's just like the cold. When we feel cold, when it's cold weather, we think that the cold, that we feel cold because it's something that comes from the outside. But the weather is cold. But why we feel cold, it's because we start to lose heat from the body. So your body has a certain temperature within. And when we start losing that temperature, you feel cold. So what do? You put a layer on it to stop the body from losing the heat. And then it's not enough, you put another one, And that's why you have, when you go up north, those thermal that you put it on, and it's so close to the body, and it's wonderful. It really helps. Why? Because it's covering the body. It is covering the body, no. It's stopping the body to lose heat. But you think that that comes from outside. It doesn't. You feel the sensation of cold doesn't come from the outside. It comes from within you, and everything else in life. So the thoughts, that thought came. It was no. Is in your body, is in your mind body. That's why it keeps coming back to you. And then this is wonderful. So over here you have the most physical bodies, And here we have what we call the wisdom body. When you have the ability to connect with that body, this body is your connection with all the wisdom and the knowledge of the universe. So when you tap in here, you have all the answers that you wanted. That's why people keep saying to you, everything that you need to know is within you. Aí você fica assim, where? Within me, where? Now you know you have a body that it's called the wisdom body. And by accessing this body, you access this knowledge because this body is your connection to the cosmic. So if I want to know something, I need to be able to connect with this body. Where are this body, people? Within. Within. Okay? And here are people that actually bring us some knowledge that nobody knew. It's when they tap in into knowledges that nobody else does. And what is the main search of knowledge for us today? Books, right? Everything that is external, again, when we have the capability to know a lot of things because we do have this wisdom body. Now, this body is important because a lot of people misuse this. This body does not have a language or a thought. So you might think, oh, I found something. I found it was a thought that came to me. Well, thought you're using your mind body. It's a different kind of communication. And I have an example of this that I'm sure everybody has been through this. You know, sometimes when you say something and you say, no, I know this, and then the person, but how do you know? And then we say, I don't know, I just know. This is it. And that type of certainty that you know it didn't come to you by thoughts. It's just something within you. You know? It's just like sometimes a mom, when she can feel that something was going on with her kids, or any kind of experience that you have, that you were going to do something, and then you realize, you go, no, I'm not doing that, but it wasn't a thought. I want you to make sure that there is other types of communication that does not involve thought or language. And those are the type of communication that the animal has. There is a big tsunami out there. You know the story of the big tsunami? All the animals were gone. Gone. You know how many animals died? None. They knew. The animals knew about the tsunami. We as humans, we were there at the beach, like nothing was happening. You're trying to tell me that nature told the animals, but it didn't tell you?
Yes, the sense.
It's the sense. It's that because we use language in a way, and we use thought in a way that we think that is the only type of communications that we have. And we have another system. And look at the evolutionary. Of course, we came from an evolution of animals. So if the animal has that, you have it. It's within you. You don't get to lose what you conquer when it comes to evolution. But you rely only on your thoughts and on language to communicate. And then you don't get the opportunity to develop things that it's beyond the language. Right? You think about our poor language here. We speak English, right? And some people speak Portuguese. And we are getting on, think about the planets on planets that have life outside of Earth. People don't think about this. How are they going to communicate with us? We don't speak their language. They have no idea what our language is. The telepathy is thoughts. It's got to be some kind of intuition, but we need to be able to develop that. This other way to communicate with the aliens. Don't go by thoughts. Because thoughts, you can only think. Thoughts are based on memory. All your memory is in storage here on the mind body. And you can only think from memory. Nothing else. Try to speak a word that you don't know. It won't come up. It won't come out. You could say ba 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 ba, right? But you can only say things that has meaning to you. One day somebody told you, this is a remote control, and you gotta, oh, this is a remote control. It's a storage in your memory, in your mind, body. Okay? It's there. But thoughts comes from memory. So you gotta be able to use this wisdom body to be able to tap in something new, something that you really want to know. And it's not gonna come to you by thought. It's more like, if I can describe, it's more like a gut feeling than a thought. It's a gut feeling. This is it. Okay? And then like I said to you, all the wisdom is within. Every answer that you're looking for is within. And then the last body, it's described by the people that actually was able to connect with this body. It's called the bliss body. It's the sensation of bliss. That's what it is. When you're able to go in and connect it with the body and explore this body, you feel the bliss. It's a almost undescribable sense of joy. But it's not only that. It's much more attached that that you can do with this body. But how you know that you were there, and usually the people, the yogis that be able to do that, they call it a bliss body. Because it feels like the most wonderful sensation you can ever feel. Okay? And that is one thing when we see this. I have one question for you. Is happiness from this world? Can you be happy in this world? Can you actually be happy? Yes, you can. Because you have the body. You can. You can. It's within you. You're looking for happiness outside. You're looking for everything that you do, it's outside. So we say, happiness is not from this world. This is the excuse we give ourselves. There is another world, and then when we go to this world, we'll be happy. This is the same thing that is believed in heaven, people. It's the same belief with different words. Oh, I cannot be here in this happy in this miserable planet. Here, horrible. But if I die, I go to heaven, and I'll be so happy. It's the same belief. You go to Nossa Casa, you go to the spiritual world, and that, when you go there and you're not happy, you say, whoa, huh? Because the expectation is this, that you don't see that the power is within you. And when you were born, when you came to this planet with this physical body, it has all these layers for you to explore. For you to go and discover the cosmic within you, within you. But the first thing we need to do is go with those belief systems, you know, that if you think that you cannot have joy here in this world, that you cannot live happily in this world, you're not going to live. You're not going to be happy. It's because this is the idea that is running in your mind, the mind body is running over here. And what happens is that you are the one that is feeding that. You're feeding with your energy and what you think is possible, what you think is true. Okay? And when you see people that actually come to describe this, you said that happiness and joy and living lighted and this world is a matter of how much you are connected within your own self. As more disconnected within that you are, there are more suffering going on within you. As more that you allow this body here to run without you having any conscience, without the spirit, without your consciousness actually knowing what's going on, chaos. So it's not that hard. If you touch this body here, even for 30 seconds, you will see what happiness is all about, what joy is all about. It's not outside. And when you do this, I usually tell people this, we have to be very careful knowing this body, because when we die, we won't have this anymore, the physical body. We will have the other ones, and be careful with this one. The mind body. Because you're going to go right there. And how many stories you see on a spiritual world from people that die, for an example, and I don't know, car accident, and it's been decades, and they are in the same place, living there over and over and over and over again. Because they go right into the mind body. And then they don't have this anymore, so they go in there. What happens with people with psychiatric problems? What happens with people with Alzheimer's is all here on the mind body. It's just like they go to this body. The identification is so big with the body that it becomes them. So you can have a body, you can have a mind body, you can have a body, it's not you. Be careful with the identification.
Where's the us that has all these bodies?
You are the spirit, the light, the consciousness, awareness. You use this.
So we're outside of that.
You are inside. Doesn't matter. Usually the Spirit's book will tell you that the soul, it's in your heart. It's in here. You are also in here, but as a light, as life itself. You are pure awareness. That's the Spirit, okay? And you have all these gadgets.
More like a layers?
Layers, gadgets. You have all this to explore. You have all this to play with. You have all this to enjoy.
Is that the reason why people want to commit suicide and the crossover say that
Connection with the mind body. They can get away with that.
They suffer is like to the point
It's
they cannot-
unbearable. Yeah, because the identification with this, it's huge. You have it. It's not you. Right? I keep telling you, tell yourself that you have a body, you have a mental body, you have an energy body, you have a wisdom body, you have a bliss body, but it's not you. Okay? So I can tell that this remote control is mine. It's a simple example, but it has to make sense on you. So you don't create the identification. Okay? If I bought this remote control, it's mine. It's mine. If you go to my house and say, I want to have your remote control, what I'm going to say, no, you're not, it's mine. It's mine. But I cannot say, I am the remote control. Can I? No. You cannot say that you are any of this body, especially the mental body. It's not you. So you see all the thoughts, all the emotional going crazy. You step down and you observe. You create a certain distance from that. And that you'll be okay. Depends, imagine that if you are 100% connected and exploring your bliss body, it's the most spiritual body we'll ever have. And then you die. Where do you think you're going to go? Right?
Your own.
To the universe, to the cosmos, to the most wonderful sensation. You're going to have to come back here and reincarnate? No. Thank you. But no thank you. Right? Now, if you disincarnate and you are in prison here, oh God, we're going to have to help you. because you're going to be in a loop of the mental process over and over and over again, over and over and over again, over and over and over again. And you cannot get out because you don't have that anymore. So it's more difficult. And the question is, where is your mental body? And all the worries on the everyday life. All the problems with financial relationships, things that is only concerned with the material world. Honey, you die, you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to be stuck in that. Same drama. All the psychological drama that's going on in your mental body. Still going to go. Yes, Hannah. You want to say something? Hannah.
Yeah, you said the Alzheimer is in the mental body.
Huh?
The Alzheimer's and the mental body.
The dimension is there, yeah. It's
The science is the doctor say there is bad amyloid in the brain.
I know, my love, but everything that happens in here reflects in there.
But it's physical, the bad amyloid.
I know. I'm gonna repeat. Everything that happens in here, in this body, it carries to that body. But the root is here. The root cause is here. But anything that happens in here also carries here. Anything that happens in there carries there. It's a very complex connection with bodies that you have it here to transcend, to explore. So if you don't know that, all this identification, why we have an Alzheimer's today more and more and more and more and more. Because more and more and more and more. Before, I want you to think about that. When I was a kid, or a teenager, or we didn't have smartphones and television that much. All that mental information that is going in. Right? You guys are my age, right? So we didn't have this mental, how do I want to say? It's a mental, it's the amount of information that it goes in, and information is for the mental body. The amount of information, and I'm not saying good information, okay? I'm saying, today you have information of what your friend ate for lunch. Mm-hmm. You know why? Because she posted on Instagram. Exactly, you care. People that are into social media, they care. They care. They care what other people are going to the gym, and they're there. I'm here at the gym. And you enjoy, you like that. Oh, fulana está no gym. Ciclanta. Those are your interested. I know it hurts, but that's what it is. Your interest on other people's life. And that mental, and it's not even interested, guys. Think about it. Do you really need to know what I ate for lunch? No, but you know. So all this kind of information that goes in, is going somewhere. And then the problem is not even that. And then you identify with this. The identification with this, okay? The identification it is that you lose your point of reality in here. Because of the uncontrolled here, the mind-body. But it's also That's what I don't want you to think as this body as their own separate bodies. They're all connected. It's all a huge connection, and everything affects it, everything. All right? Any question? We're good? All right? So let's be, the thing is, let's be more aware. Awareness. Be aware of what you have. Be aware of what you can do. Be aware this wonderful thing that is going on within you that is called life. And you, I guarantee to you, you have a different type of life. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Yonara, for giving us this beautiful information about the different spiritual bodies that we have. We have some announcements for you that are going to be brought up. But while we're preparing for that, I think we learned a lot of interesting information. And, you want to think, did that land in our mental body? Like, where did that land? Right? Where did that land? These are great questions. I don't know how many answers we got tonight, but I think we got great questions for us to explore in our own consciousness. So thank you, Yonara. So a few reminders. The first one is channeled messages. So I think everyone knows every Wednesday night, if you come at least 5 minutes early, you can request a channeled message in the library. This is a beautiful service that is free of charge, that is